Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Arena Gauntlet League match. Today is match number 24 out of a potential 30 matches in the league. This is the deck we are going to run into match number 24 today. A nice, concise, aggressive red-black aggro deck here with a decent amount of removal actually. Double Stab, Burst Lightning, Take Out the Trash, Reeve Soul, Eaten Alive, Early Winter, Remorse, Barrage, Double Employment with Double Hungry Ghoul, and Eaten Alive. So this deck has been doing us very, very well so far. If you have stumbled across this video and are interested in the Arena Gauntlet League and what this is, check out the top of the description on this video for a link to my week 0 introduction to the league, the mechanics, how it functions, and all sorts of things like that. And you can check the last 23 uploaded videos on the channel to catch up to where we are today if you want to follow along with the league as we go. I've mentioned this in the past few videos, and it'll probably remain for the rest of this week. My voice is just completely, basically gone. I'm doing the best I can. It's cracking all over the place. I'm coughing. I'm doing my best. It's that winter season here in the United States, and it just gets to me every single December. So, doing the best I can here today, but we're looking to continue a decent run here so far in the AGL with the deck you see on your screen now. Now here is the standings of where we currently stand heading into match number 24. We are in 9th place. We've got some opponents above us who have finished playing for the week at 17 and 8. Positions number 3, 2, and 1. You can't see them on this leaderboard, but they are also done for the week. First place is 20 and 5, which is just incredible. But second place and third place are both 18 and 7, which if we win our last two matches of the week, we could end up there as well. Underneath us, we've got some people who are done for the week as well. Why not an Azayaka at 16 and 9, and we are sitting right in between all of them. Couple wins, we move up. Couple losses, we move down. We've got a little bit of wiggle room here. There were 121 members that started in this league. As of this recording, 81 have been eliminated, and there are 40 left. Those 40 members are fighting for top 8 spots. 20% chance of those remaining to get it, but everyone left is good. Everyone's deck who's left is good. Going to be a tough battle here, but let's fight. Today's match is going to be going against, I think, the highest ranked opponent we've played so far. If not, then maybe the second highest. Fortem, who is 15 and 8 in 15th place in the league, also vying for a top 8. If they beat us here, their opponent match win percentage would make them jump us in the standings up to somewhere near the top 10, and we would fall a little bit. They're playing a straight red-green deck, which I did actually predict early on in this match, as you can see. It's going to be a tough one. Like I said, every single match from here on out is against great players with great decks and great records. And we need some help to get towards top 8. We can afford maybe 1 or 2 more losses over the course of the entire rest of the tournament, of which there are 7 matches left. So, got to get on a win streak here, and let's see if Fortem could be the next one we could take down. Enjoy today's match. All right, here we are in today's match with a suspect keep here. I mean, we have Burst Lightning for removal and a 2-drop, and we need everything else on the top of our deck to be of assistance to us. We don't even have a second red if we draw something like Krenko. I don't think this is very good. Their deck has 2 Burst Lightnings. I don't know what colors they're running yet here, but it's probably a version of red-green if I had to guess. Huh. Gosh, if I mulligan this and I end up without my second color of land, that ends up being pretty bad. I think the responsible thing to do is mulligan and then end up with exactly what I said without the second color of land. So obviously would have loved to keep that first one. I can't go to 5. You can't go to 5 and expect to win a game of Magic. I mean, it's just kind of impossible. And they do have the Burst Lightning, so the last hand would have been destroyed as well. Yeah, this is horrible. Well, you know, sometimes you get mana screwed out of games of Magic the Gathering, and I think that's what's going to be happening today. Man. You really hate it, you know? You have to go 2-0, and when something like this happens, you just don't stand a chance at playing your first game here. I mean, Trample is always brutal. You saw that in a couple matches ago. 9 Lives Familiar is good, but Trample just destroys it. And there's Atali. That was just embarrassing. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Oh, jeez. Okay, okay. What can we do about that? I mean, Incinerating Blast might be better than a couple of these against Atali specifically. Maybe bringing a Blast over a Barrage here. How many Atalis are there? 1 Atali, 2 Kellens, 2 Scavenging Oozes. I feel like these green decks have been destroying me. There's also a Leyline Axe. Yeah, this is going to be really tough here. Especially because we start down 0-1 and we didn't even get to play. So Power Stone Fracture's okay against Atali as well. I don't think I want 2 Incinerating Blasts. I think I'm going to try it like this here. And then hope that they stumble on lands or something, because these green decks that just curve out with tramplers and stuff make it really, really tough for me to do anything about it. It's going to have to do, I guess. If Brazen Collector dies, I mean, this hand doesn't do a single thing. But, you know, not much else we can do about that. And it is going to die. They just passed through their whole turn manually, which means Brazen Collector is dead to Burst Lightning here now. This is going to be a quick video. Could be a very quick video. Yeah, red, green, and Scavenging Ooze. I think this is near done. Near done already. And it's been like 3 minutes. Double Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, sure, whatever. We'll miss more land drops here. I mean, they did too, but who knows if it's going to matter. Okay, they missed a land. We're not putting a ton of pressure. They've obviously got some sort of instant here. Another Burst Lightning. Could just be the Ooze activation. Okay, found another land. It's not a green, though. So at least there's that. Deciding which one to kill here, and it is the Goblin. We've got all the Blood Witches in the world, but nothing to do with them, so... Sure. Agonizing Remorse could get worse here with the Skoos on the other side of the battlefield. It's currently cheap, but might not stay cheap. Yeah, no blocks, I guess. Make it a 4/4. Make this more expensive to the point that I can't cast it now. I think I have to kill the Scavenging Ooze, unfortunately. Well, I mean, Nine Lives Familiar is actually pretty good on this board. It basically stops all of their attacks unless they have um, trample, which they don't currently. So maybe I could delay the Remorse by one turn. If they use the Scoos to get rid of my borders, then I again can't cast this unless I draw another land. Oh, actually, that was stupid. I realized after I do it, because of the Scavenging Ooze, I can't actually use it to block this turn, so I have to take an additional 7 or 8. So can't have the cat block. Maybe I should have played the Remorse this past turn. Because now if they use it again, now I can't even cast it next turn. All right, there's a 5/5. It doesn't have trample. At least there's that. um, all right, let's get rid of this thing. No attacks. Plan to chump the Outrider here. Garrick's Uprising draws a card. Gives everything trample, which is exactly what I can't deal with. So, yeah, that's brutal. I mean, I've said trample is like the death of this deck, and Garrick's Uprising will do that. I don't have sacrifice for the employment, unfortunately, but I mean, what does this even do right now? Not a lot. I mean, I'm probably close to dead on board. This comes in tapped. I could steal that, attack them for 5, but like, I don't know what that does necessarily. I'm at 6. I'm going to have to block a good bit next turn. Yeah, if I don't do this now, I just kind of like die. I can't sack that, so I can't really attack with it. So let's just attack for 5, play the ghoul and pass, and that's pretty much all I can do. Now I have to block at least 3 things. I mean, maybe this is enough to, I don't know what math is going to be here, but let's see. Go to 2. And then trigger, 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 trigger all over the place, I guess. That's 10, 11, 12, 13. There are 12 triggers. Can they gain life? I don't think so. Oh, wow. Vengeful Blood Witch for the win. Yeah, I can't say I saw that coming. Um, wow, what a match that was. What can we do against Scavenging Ooze? Sorry, my voice, I probably already mentioned this here today. My voice is just absolutely not here. And I'm doing the best I can. I got to get these videos out, so, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I don't really have anything great against the Ooze necessarily. There's the Power Stone Fracture, which works well with Seer Slicer Goblin tokens. Do I have enchantment removal? Not really. I'm playing red-black. So I can't get rid of that Trample Giver, the Garrick's Uprising. Flying seemed to be pretty good, but like, gosh, they're also quite aggressive. Like, gosh, their deck, these are the kind of decks that I really struggle against because they're assertive, I'm assertive, and if I have to play defense, it's usually not great against a board of tramplers. Um, so maybe Power Stone Fracture over, I don't know exactly what. I mean, I think everything looks like it's probably going to be as good as it's going to be. The Shivan Dragon should do some good work if I can resolve it on an empty board. Yeah, I think I'm just going to try it like this here in game number 3 and hope we get a nice aggressive start here. There's an easy mulligan, and there's a bad hand. So, goodness, today has not been the day. Today has not been the day for good starting hands, to say the least. Now we got a 5-lander with 2 cards here. More lands, I guess. Sure, we'll have this die to a Burst Lightning. Close enough. It's a nice rare. So we kept a 5-lander, or I guess, yeah, a 5-lander, sent one back, and drew 2 more. So Hungry Ghoul down. Firebrand, make it a 3/3. Block, kills my Goblin incredibly well. Oh, what a day. I pretty much have to kill this Firebrand so that this stupid Goblin doesn't die. Not that I'm going to have attacks with it, but like it's the only play I literally have. Now I'm completely out of gas here. Okay, down goes Goblin anyway. What do I need? I mean, can I even afford to kick that? I'm just going to die. I have to take 4, and then next turn I take a bunch of damage. I don't really have life gain there at 21. All right, live by the auger, die by the auger, right? Garrick's Uprising gives trample. They're missing land drops, but I'm at 8, and I potentially could be going down much lower than that. Okay, more lands. All right, more lands. Sure, I don't know. At least we didn't take any damage. Oh, it's just a brutal start, man. If I had been able to get off to even a remotely okay start without having everything die and just draw 17 lands here, I feel like I would have had somewhat of a chance. They kill the artist, hit me with the preserver, I probably just die to my own auger triggers here. Alright, we're dead to a Shivan Dragon off the top. There's the ooze. There's a 2. There's a 1. There's a removal spell. Alright, we're at 3. Can we kill them first? Okay, my dog is going nuts over here. Good thing I'm about to lose, so I can go take him out in a moment. You can probably hear him on the side. Oh my gosh, he's going absolutely crazy. All right. What could I even draw here? I don't even know. Getting the good game ready. Makes sense. This effectively puts me to 2. I have to just keep drawing lands off of the augers here. And we did not do that. Yeah, brutal beat. I mean, first game wasn't a game at all. I had to win 2-0 in that match because we didn't even stand a chance in the first one. Second one, we clawed back, and third one, again, had the mulligan, drew 2 lands off the top. It's just sometimes you're going to do that, sometimes you're going to lose. That's what happened today. Got to rally. Well, sometimes you just lose. We, like I mentioned at the end of that video, the end of that match, we had to go 2-0 there. The first game wasn't a game. We just started down 0-1, and we had to go 2-0. We fought back in game 2, got a kind of a cheeky little win there, and then in game 3, just couldn't get it done. So we fall down to 16-8. You can see Fortem above us here in the standings now, up in 10th place, and we are down in 13th now. Good news is if we lose one more, we don't fall much more lower than like maybe 14th or 15th by the end of the week. And if we do win, we're going to jump up probably in the vicinity of 10th, maybe or so. Maybe 9th if we can beat RRR and 2-2's opponent match win percentage. But you look at all those win percentage on the right for tiebreakers, we are in last out of everyone that's vying for a top 8 spot here that isn't already pretty close to locking one up with a record of 18-7 or better in the top 5-ish or so. So We're going to need to go probably 21-9 to stand a chance. I don't think 20-10 is going to be good enough to get us there. So we're going to have, if we get 20-10, we're going to have to hope for some serious chaos happening above us. But I don't think we can count on that. So need to rally here. Tough loss today. Would really hate to avoid, or really like to avoid a 2-4 on the week. If we can get at least a 3-3, we'll take it. And in losing today, we were awarded a comeback pack for our troubles. And the comeback pack we were awarded is on your screen right now. Yeah, it's kind of a garbage one. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards we could even remotely consider. And that includes Fountain Port Bell and Ruthless Negotiation and cards that we're not gonna consider. Rockface Village, we don't really have any lizards, mouse, otters, or raccoons. Early Winter is another interesting sideboard card. I don't mind that. Whisker Quill Scribe doesn't work with our deck because it just doesn't have the synergies. Playful Shove and Ravine Raider are interesting, but not the greatest of comeback packs to help us here. We got lucky with the last one, getting the Darkstar Augur, although it did just kill us that game. But let's see if we can make any use out of this in the deck build. Alright, so here's our deck with the considerable cards we could potentially add from our comeback pack here. We've got an extra Early Winter. I don't think I want to put 2 in the deck necessarily. It's a nice sideboard card, though, if we go against another Garrick's Uprising or something like that as well. Whisker Quill Scribe is another 2-drop, but the thing is we don't really have ways to target it with really anything. We don't have those synergies, so I don't think it really does what we want it to do. Fountain Port Bell is only here just because it's colorless. Ruthless Negotiation, we don't really have the synergies for that either. The last 3 are really the only considerable cards for me here. Rockface Village can only be used to cast creature spells with red mana. And it can give something +1/+0 and haste as long as it's a lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon. Well, I don't think we actually have a ton of those. I mean, lizard, mouse, otters, and raccoons. We have a raccoon here. That's it. So I don't think this really is beneficial for us, really at all. I do think Ravine Raider in the 1-drop slot is actually pretty good for us. It's a menace creature that could potentially help trigger raid pretty well. And Playful Shove could be interesting as well. Both of these, in my mind, would replace the Fanatical Firebrand. So the question is, what will be the last card now to replace if I want to keep both of these in here? The Steampath Charger actually hasn't been that interesting. It seems pretty good against something like Blood Witch on the battlefield, but gosh, it's like 4 mana to get a couple of 2/1s and a 1/1 or something. Is a Playful Shove better than that? I'm going to try it out. I mean, this still deals 1 damage to the opponent, which is really all that's doing as well. But this also replaces itself and draws a card. So we didn't really get a lot of help from that pack, unfortunately. We got a couple of commons, a 1/1 menace, and a 2-mana deal 1. That's pretty much all we got for our deck here. So not a lot of help. We really got to rally here. We're currently 16-8. We can maybe afford to lose 1 more match this entire league, and we've got 6 matches left. So got to go about 5-1. Maybe a 4-2 would get us into top 8, but I think our opponent match win percentage is not going to be good enough to do it. So got to rally, didn't get much help here. Let's see if we can do it tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you tomorrow for the final match of Week 5 in this Arena Gauntlet League.